24 hours to go for the election results. But if you thought that exit polls are simply projections, stock markets look set for a rally after those numbers, and that have given primarily NDA a landslide. So the exit poll projections will and could it impact the market, which is set to open in just the next few minutes. Exit polls predictions resulted, and we'll give you a brief first on what the findings have been. According to Axis My India, India Today exit polls, the NDA seat win margin is going to be between 350-400 range. Is there going to be a favourable market reaction then? And we'll know it in just the next few minutes. However, the stock market of the last 6 weeks throughout the election season trimmed expectations on BJP or NDA seat counts, a lower turnout in the first few phases, specifically in the heartland with regard to the election season. So throughout the election season of these 2 months, there has been an impact on the market as well. The exit poll results are crucial for a 10 trillion economy target as well. A slew of fresh reforms in first 125 days expected. Stability and economic policies will be the focus as well. Remember, this is all with regard to including the surge in foreign direct investments. So let me immediately take the first question to Siddharth Zurabi. He's the managing editor of Business Today Television. Siddharth, first, a very simple issue here. Why would an exit poll projection and how does it impact the stock market when it's open to?
That's a very good point, Pooja. Very clearly, continuity in policy, stable single-party-led alliance, no major shocks, no giveaways, no takatak kind of things that will upset the fiscal balance. And that is in part contributing to the sense of euphoria that we are seeing.
Okay.
I just want to quickly rattle off some breaking news updates. Markets are in pre-open at this stage, and the Nifty already up around 790 points. The Sensex up about by 2,000 points, and the rupee trade has opened, and that the rupee is up 55 paisa. So please take that into note. The Sensex is up, the Nifty is up. Actual trade opens. This is pre-open in just a few minutes from now, 10 to 12 minutes from now. But the rupee is already reacting to the exit polls. And let me also add a couple of other data points. Friday, we saw the release of GDP data, and you saw massive growth numbers feeding into this euphoria in the market. So very clearly a mix of feel-good factors as far as the markets are concerned, Pooja.
Can you tell us about the significant specific issues here? Which areas, which sectors do you think usually get impacted? And when you say Sensex is up 2,000 points, and we are told that Nifty is also likely to ascend even more, are there specific sectors that face an impact of this, Siddharth?
Well, very clearly this is going to be a broad rally. What does this mean? It means that all stocks will see a surge of investor interest, of buying interest. And one key thing that we have to keep in mind is that we are also seeing these numbers as the Sensex and the Nifty surges. We are seeing the rise of an Atmanirbhar stock market versus the foreign market. And just one bit of data for our viewers. Close to 18% or thereabouts of the Indian stock market is FII investment, that is foreign institutional investors. The Indian markets now have more than 80% domestic institutions, which are large institutions, funds, and retail investors, of which we have seen millions get into the market over the past 3 to 4 years. These foreign investors over the past month and a half had sold down their interest in the market to some extent, and they were short on the Indian market. In very simple terms, they were concerned about the likelihood of political uncertainty, of perhaps a Modi 3.0 not happening, and now they will, within minutes from now, be forced to cover their short positions. So by all account, and since yesterday we've been speaking to multiple market experts, Pooja, everyone's saying that the markets will open gap up. In simpler terms, we can expect at least a 2 to 3% rise in the two benchmark indices, which is the Sensex and the Nifty, Pooja.
Can we say that the positive accent has a lot to do with perhaps the stability that is likely to be seen? As per the exit poll projections that we see, that if it's the return of the ruling party of the government, and then we have already a vision document that the ruling party appears to have said, all of this impacts in the positive update as well coming in from the market?
Well, very clearly, Pooja, we have to take into account what has the BJP, the NDA promised in this manifesto,
Correct.
the election manifesto.
Correct.
And remember, there was this commentary that perhaps more of the Congress manifesto was spoken about rather than the BJP manifesto. But leave that aside. Is there going to be a reset, a negative surprise as far as the broad direction of our economic policies is concerned? No. The Prime Minister has already been chairing meetings, and we are told that among the key decisions that is likely to be taken if the Modi government were to come back, that's what the exit polls suggest, will be, for example, a decision on the minimum support price for Kharif crops. So it's continuity. There will be no negative surprises. And that is what the markets are looking towards, that as far as this government is concerned, it will continue to remain steadfast on the path of infrastructure development, on the railway expansion program, many more Vande Bharat trains, the airport expansion program, the fact that you will see continuing welfare spending as has already been done, including that very, very large free food or 5 kilograms of food program. So markets do not like negative disruptions, and that is what they are perhaps.
So it's the continuity that will bring in the stability, so to say, specifically when it comes to economic policies. The update coming in, remember, just a short while we'll have, and Siddharth will confirm that for us when the markets open, but the early trade showing right now, Sensex up 2,000 points after the exit poll results.
2,596
already?
Because it changes so fast.
As
the
we
Sensex
speak.
is
So
up
see?
close to 2,596, Pooja, and the Nifty up at 807. And you know, yesterday on Sunday during some special programming, the markets are not open over the weekend.
Yes.
We discussed this, and I'm going to say this, that what the markets are discussing is not just ab ki bar 400 par, but they are discussing the possibility of ab ki bar Nifty 24,000 par.
Wow. And do you think that can also come in? That is very likely a possibility.
You know, we don't bet, we don't offer advice, we don't tell you what to buy, but we can certainly reflect on what is happening in the market.
There the numbers are coming in, and the pre-open trade already consistently witnessing an increase. As we speak, the changes are happening. But also here the stock futures are jumping.
Well, you know, that absolutely. See, the Sensex is up 3.5% in pre-open.
Yes.
The Nifty is up 3.5%. And I am reminded of multiple market experts who appeared through the day on Business Today, as well as India Today yesterday evening, and they said 2 to 3%. I'm already seeing signs of that euphoria, in fact, being far higher. And this will be a broad-based rally where most of the market participants will, in some ways, be trying to stampede into the market, gain a fresh entry, because there is fear of missing out. But at this point of time, please remember that a sense of caution must always prevail. FIIs which have sold out of the market, they will perhaps have to reverse positions to the extent of roughly 24,000 crore rupees. So, you know, it's not just fundamentals, but certain market strategies that will be at place. So a sense of caution is always warranted at this time. And we must repeat for our viewers, Pooja, that the India Today Access My India poll, one of the most credible polls,
always, yes,
has given us this sense. And more importantly for the markets, every other poll is directionally in one direction, and that gives a sense of comfort to our markets, Pooja.
So that the kind of economic reforms perhaps expected now, and the stability that comes in with the regular government as of now, as projected from the exit polls, is that one of the reasons that we are looking at the latest updates?